Oh, hi, it's time for another late night video where I get drunk and talk into a camera. Let's talk about swords. My Tachi broke. It's no longer usable as of not a couple years, more like about 20 months, almost 2 years. Realistically, it's really not in a usable state anymore. And that's been good, actually. I've kind of reevaluated my life a little bit. Come to the conclusion that because violence tends to be my first choice, the first thing my id tries to scream at me is violence. That's not good. And after all the years of swordsmanship training, just using a wooden sword is really not the same. There's no zanshin, It's not the same. Chiburi doesn't sound the same. It's not the same. But all the same. I eventually had to ask myself, why are you training in these swordsmanship styles? And for years I lied to myself. Until the day I finally admitted the reason I am training in these swordsmanship styles is in case I ever have to kill someone with one, I'll know how to do it. And when I finally admitted that to myself, I guess I was kind of glad that my sword broke. Again. I've broken a lot of swords. Maybe that should tell you something. I use them until they can't be used anymore. I don't just swing at the air. I don't just cut the Tommy mats. I do things with swords. And eventually I realized that I don't want to turn this thing that I love, swordsmanship, into the same thing that our government turns everything into, which is a tool of death. I'm not cool with taking another person's life, Nah, man. I can't be the one who does that. But will I break someone's teeth into coleslaw with blood instead of mayonnaise in their mouth and make them swallow it? Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Don't even think for a second that I'm not willing to turn to violence. I just don't want to kill anybody. And so as my sword has been unsheathable, I've actually been training with it in the sheath. It's been really amazing for the wrists and the shoulders to improve myself instead of trying to cut somebody else down. That's the goal, And so I've been learning this royal swordsmanship style. Actually, it's not talked about very often because the only time I've ever really seen it is Citan in Xenogears. He's the only one who used that swordsmanship style. You mostly just leave it in the sheath. very rarely ever draw it. The blade from the Saya. And that's because you can't get blood on like politicians and people of political affluence and royal people, because their clothes probably cost more than your entire life, dude. And even if you're trying to defend them, you get blood on their clothes, you're going to face so much dishonor you'd wish they would have executed you, because you're going to end up killing yourself later out of disgrace and dishonor. And so this swordsmanship style was born out of necessity to maintain the ranks. It's got its basis in a couple techniques and multiple styles with katanas. But the whole point of it is incapacitation, not death. So that's where I'm at right now. That's what's going on in my life. How about you? Pretty severe realizations to hit at my age, I guess. But I guess that's one of the things that's so beautiful about swordsmanship. You go into it thinking you're going to learn how to swing a sword around. But at some point, after years of cleaning, sharpening, polishing that blade over and over and over, you realize that the blade is now thin, worn down. That's what engaging in conflict does to a person. You dirty yourself cutting somebody else apart. And then every time you scrub for hours in the shower until the dirt finally comes off, there's a little less of you. I started my swordsmanship journey to learn how to swing a sword around. Instead, I learned a lot about myself. And I encourage others to do the same. Pick up a sword. Take it seriously. See what the sword teaches you. Thanks for listening. Appreciate your time. God bless. I'm out.